And here's Minnesota now. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road, setting the floor for Miami. They've got Kyle Anderson, Tyler Hero is out there with Duncan Robinson, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hero outside Robinson. They set the pick. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, BA.
And both free throws good for Robinson. Here's the Wizard. For 3, and got it! Another basket!
What a game from him! 72 points!
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Hero outside. Pass to Jovic. And here's Robinson. And there's a pick. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Robinson. Over the past few seasons, we've seen a big youth movement in the NBA, Clark, with average age dropping to an all-time low.
Yeah, those are the facts, and it's great that there's so much talent. I don't dismiss or discount that at all, but you still have to have a level of value and appreciation for what experienced veterans can bring to your makeup and to your team. That experience is invaluable, and very few teams win at a high level without having a blend of young talent and talented experience, too.
Here's the kid. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now here's Hero, guarded closely. Looking to get back on track.
Yeah, you never want to send Hero to the line. Tyler's led the league in free throw shooting.
2 shots. Tyler Hero.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. For Minnesota, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And yes, another basket. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Pass to Jovic. Robinson against Edwards. Outside Robinson. To the right side. Clock at 6. Here's Jovic. Anderson for 3. The shot comes out. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's the kid. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. The kid's got 36 points.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Anderson passes to Hero. Pass to Jovic. Puts up a deep 3. Robinson can't hit. Minnesota has gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Here's the Wizard. Another one falls. Amazing.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Who poked away. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it.
That's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And the Heat making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Anderson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
The free throw drops for Anderson. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, and I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any employee to be able to go where they feel they can best optimize their individual and team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly, and I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact that players have that option and that freedom.
For Minnesota, they've gotten all 8 shots to fall. Red hot here in the fourth. The Wizard. And it's good! He hits another one!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss. Outside Robinson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul. Both team foul. 2 shots. Robinson.
And the first one at the line is good. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony.
Hits yet again! Wow!
That score moving him clear into 3rd all time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished. They set the screen. Here's Robinson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. Team is in difficulty. 2 shots. Robinson.
Free throw good, Robinson. And both free throws good for Robinson.
If they want to come away with a victory, they just need to keep knocking down those free throws.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his 3-point shot tonight.
Has to wear. Now here's Robinson. Drives to the hoop. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide, but there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. And it's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have in getting it right.
Kevin Love's checked in for Miami. Adebayo comes in for Jovic. There's the kid. And again for 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
BA, he's on fire.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Kicks it to Hero. Five on the clock. Outside Mitchell. The three. Rebound Minnesota.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with
Another possession, another assist.
a master conductor at work, and he's tied for the fourth most assists ever in a game.
The vision and passing from him, just unreal, guys. Pass to Hero. Fires, high post. Again, the Heat misses. Here's the Wizard. Here's the Kid. Yet another assist.
He's now tied for third all-time in the record books for most assists.
He's been playing all game like he knows exactly when and where to pass the ball. Incredible. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Robinson. Here's the Wizard. Here's the Kid. And another dime for him.
He continues to create and engineer good looks for his teammates.
And that last pass tied him for second all-time for most assists in a game. Hero outside. Now here's Adebayo. He's guarded closely. Again, the Heat misses.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
And again, another assist.
Oh, the court vision. Just virtuoso playmaking.
That last pass pushing him to second for most assists in a game. He's been doing it all for them. Hero outside. Blocked! Here's the Wizard. Pass to the Kid. Launches a three. Another possession. Another assist.
I am just speechless here. He has now tied the record for most assists in a game.
A transcendent game. His command of the offense on complete display. Hero against Edwards. Hero outside to the inside. Here's Mitchell. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Mr. Clutch. Yet another assist.
A new single-game NBA record for assists, shattering his own previous high. This is phenomenal, just creating masterfully for his team.
Unbelievable. Incredible pace and control. He sees everything, and the precision he is playing with is just next level. Here's Hero. Outside for Mitchell. Got a hand on it.
He really hasn't done much to help their cause today. They could have used a little more offense from him.
From deep. That shot is off. Miami's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Wiggins outside. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown scoreless tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Pass to Love. Now here's Hero, guarded by Edwards. Wiggins outside to get back on track. He's off on that one. Minnesota with the ball. Here's the Professor. And another three for Minnesota.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. And we have to take another look at that block.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
Minute 32 left in the game. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Here's Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen by Love from the arc.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the Wizard.
What a night. Doing it all. A triple-double. It takes a special player to do that. You have to enjoy watching this game.
And again for 3.
And with that make, he stands alone with the second most triples in a game.
Well, you got to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going in. He just keeps raining down the threes. Here's Love. And it's the Professor with a rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Pass to Adebayo. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Hero outside. The baseline J is on the way.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy.
He got it again! Sensational!
And incredible! Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
Man, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the second most points in an NBA game. What an historic night. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.
never. I'm with the game forever. Getting fresh forever. Top floor, but we on the 5th level. Getting cash forever. Forever.
And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she checking it. She like a earthquake. I know it's never say never. But I couldn't be like you, I could never. He said he couldn't meet a like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way.
Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like how I might never. Yeah, shout it right forever.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, and it's still that way, broad day, live that way, came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real, grinding from the bottom. On my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body, get a bill, real big problem. Whole lot of pride, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, way to came broad day. Really short fuse, had a long day. Body like wow, like wait. You know I'm an Eastside, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog, 6 top ramen now, steak a lobster with a shrimp, Put a ribbon on it, get you. Real, never switch, Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, and it's still that way. Broad day, live that way, Came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way. Woo. This not a drill, bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, for real. Still that way. Run up if you feel that way. You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get chipped like ice. The prices went up, the checks come down from talking that spice. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an Eastside, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog, 6 top ramen now, steak a lobster with a shrimp, Put a ribbon on it. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, and it's still that way. Broad day, live that way, Came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. So a moment now to see the story for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Mr. Clutch, Anthony Edwards out there with the Wizard. Then there's the Professor. And it's the Kid and at the power forward. And for the Trailblazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Jeremy Grant is out there with Avdia. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for both these teams, it's game 1 of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Henderson finds Sharp. And here's Avdia. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. And it's denied. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball is Portland team's possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
So it's Portland now. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. Rebound, Minnesota. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow. Quite a stretch.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Now here's Henderson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Ayton in the high post. A steal. Here's the Wizard. Pass to the kid. And the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Now here's Henderson. Defense right on him. Back to Sharp. Ayton a screen on Edwards. Here's Sharp. Tipped away. It's stolen by Edwards. Stolen by Grant. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a number 1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
Henderson passes to Grant. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Third team foul.
Now, here's Avdia. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Hey, really, that's why you don't want to go up into the air without a plan. Had no option of what to do with the ball.
Here's the kid. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
Sharp, the pass to Ayton. Rob. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, the Wizard.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Now here's Ayton. 17 points in his last outing. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Pass to Ayton. And Portland turns it over again. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Good on the triple.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Henderson outside. Grant surveying the D. Will it go? Rebound by the kid. Timberwolves leading by 10. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Up top, Henderson. Still without a basket. Shot clock at 5. Ayton a screen. Bulls from the top of the key. No good from Grant.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Here's the professor. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 16. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Now it's the time, Blazers Nation. Get loud for your Blazers Breakers and Crew.
And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. And you look at the Wizard, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Avdia finds Sharp. Avdia with a screen for Sharp. Down low. Cuts off the pass. Here's the professor. And another 3 for Minnesota. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones. Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. 12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, the Blazers with a draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
Okay, thank you, Shams. Got that one up quick. And that's now 10 points for the kid.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Henderson outside. Pass to Sharp. Clock at 4. Outside, Avdia. Portland, no good that time either. It's been all Timberwolves, and we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Now, here's Avdia. Scoreless thus far. Got a piece of it. Ayton. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to Mr. Clutch. This one for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mr. Clutch has got 5 now.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Last time, 45 points for him.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Mr. Clutch has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Back to Henderson. Pass to Sharp. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And how about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. From past the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Sharp. Now here's Ayton. Grant kicks to Henderson. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Lets it go from deep. And the professor pulls it down. The professor's got his 5th rebound in this one. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Sharp with it. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for his team in that Grizzlies game. Ayton the screen. Outside, Avdia. To stop the run, it's deflected.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Here's the professor, and again it's Minnesota.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Grant. The jump hook. Rebound, Minnesota. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Avdia finds Grant.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Sharp, the pass to Avdia. Grant with the ball. And the professor pulls it down. The professor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jacks up a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Henderson. Still scoreless. They could use a bucket. It's deflected.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
The Professor, and it's off from three-point range. And here are the Trailblazers now. Here's Sharp. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The kid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Beyond the arc. The Professor, good. The Professor's got 14 points.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Grant outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Here's Henderson, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Left side, Grant. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, this guy's a classic example of hard work paying off. Jeremy Grant has developed into a very impactful player.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Grant.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Here's the Wizard. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Makes it off the glass. 14 points for him.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Timberwolves on top, running away with this one. And And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got the professor, Wizard out there with Edwards. And it's Mr. Clutch, and it's the kid in at the 4. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Sharp. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Simons going inside. Rebound Minnesota. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this one.
And Portland with the ball. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Here's Kamara. Portland again missing.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Misses the layup. So it's the Timberwolves now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. The kid gets the bucket. The kid's got 12 in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Williams. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. It's Klingon, top of the key. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside, Simons. 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Trailblazers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time
and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Banton's checked in. It's tipped. Here's the Wizard. Here's the Kid. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Kid's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here's Simons. He's covered closely. Minnesota with the rebound. The Kid's got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's the try. And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Banton. Over Edwards. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-2 run here.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Here's Banton. Nothing on the board. Now Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Tries from 10. And that one goes long.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Here's Banton. There's the pick. Off with the layup.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's the Wizard. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Simons. Misses and the dry spell continues.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Now Klingon. Pass to Williams. Here's Kamare. Williams passes to Banton. Over Edwards. Portland again missing. Here's Minnesota. This run now up to 22 points to 2. And this is game 1 of the group play stage of the NBA Cup. Teams are divided into 6 groups of 5.
And while those groups are randomly selected in the drawing, there is an attempt to kind of keep them balanced with teams slotted from different tiers based on their previous season record.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Simons. Pass to Banton. Over Edwards. Portland again missing.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Here's the Kid. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Outside, Simons. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
The first free throw is good. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Sharp, the pass to Ayton. Pass to Simon. And here is Grant. Three-pointer. And the professor pulls it down.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Ayton a screen on Edwards. Into the lane. And it's Ayton missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. It's been all Timberwolves. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. The Wizard passes to the professor. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
And here is Ayton. No scoring in this one. Pass to Avdia. Now here's Simon. They need this. And Mr. Clutch pulls it down. Mr. Clutch has got rebound number 5 here tonight. 2 points. That one goes. Mr. Clutch has got 8 here in the quarter.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Sharp. Portland no good that time either. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high-percentage looks.
Simons the pass to Sharp. He takes it in. Edwards with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Henderson's checked in for Anthony Simons.
Number 00, Scoot Henderson.
.130 left in the first half of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Blazers ball.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Henderson looking it over. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Minnesota ball.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Timberwolves. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Portland Trailblazers, 6.5 games behind them.
And I think for Minnesota, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
Outside, Avdia. Ayton, the pass to Henderson. Here's Grant. Shoots from the right block. That misses off the backboard.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Pass to Sharp. Avdia with it. Grant outside. Sharp sets the pick for Grant. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Minnesota. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. The Wizard, good.
Man, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here